Good morning to one and all. So today I would like to start the ninth class lesson on killing a tree. This poem is written by Gieve Patel. He is an Indian poet, playwright, painter, and a practicing physician in Mumbai. He is a passionate crusader for vegetation on this earth. Okay, so according to him, to achieve the death of the tree, it will have to be ruthlessly pulled out from the earth, completely exposing all its weight, like mercilessly pulling out a tooth from the gums. Without any anesthetic or soothing balm, the uprooted tree, lying, drying, withering, and hardening in the sun, is what can kill the tree. He is a conservationist who has written this poem with a grave irony. Unlike killing human beings, killing a tree, strange as it may seem, is not simple or quick. He completely uses his medical concepts. Here, the poet sensitizes the reader and highlights the fact that trees are living things. He equates trees with humans to convey that trees should not be cut down because destroying trees is just like killing a human being. So, with a simple jab or cut, a tree cannot be cut down completely. It regrows from where it is cut. If it has to be destroyed, then it has to be uprooted, according to him. So, so according to him, with a simple jab, a tree cannot be killed or completely cut or smashed. Okay, because the tree becomes strong and sturdy. It resists all onslaughts bravely. Okay, because it is fed with air, sunlight, water, etc., and it becomes stronger. Okay, and finally, the poet says, with a simply with a hack or chop, it cannot be completely uprooted. Okay, one has to uproot from its root, then only it can be uprooted. But here the poet says uh, that man is very cruel and he ridicules man's mindless act. Okay. So he speaks everything in ironically way. Firstly, in the beginning, he says it takes a lot of effort to kill a tree because a tree is a strong and majestic creature. It has also absorbed years of sunlight, air, and water. Have this been be able to kill the tree? Would they like to exchange any places with the tree? No, of course. Okay. They think that a mere stab of a knife will not kill a tree. It is obviously it cannot be killed, but it man shows cruelty. The tree also has sprouted leaves from its leprous sides. So one is free to cut a tree, but for, for selfish attitude, killing a tree in a cruel manner is not acceptable one, according to the poet. Okay. The, the poet says the root needs to be rope tied and then pulled out from its earth cave, which earth hole, and then killing of a tree will be complete. But at the same time, the poet shows, exposes, or reveals inhuman act of a human being. Okay. Here he completely argues with the man how he has some selfish nature and how he tries to cut down the tree on which he lives. Okay. By describing the process of killing a tree, the poet is trying to shock and disgust the reader. Okay. According to him, by doing so, he is indirectly asking us, or he indirectly asks us to save at least trees. Okay. Completely he tries to give an ironical statement, all things indirectly. It is sad to say the tree is still not dead. It is suffering horribly. Because of this human acts, okay, people suffer horribly. One day may come, okay, everybody is dying for tree. Now, the message of this lesson is, okay, no harm should be done to the tree, and be, and they are very valuable and precious to us. The poet clearly conveys that, okay, they are pious like human beings. Why should we cut down them? We should protect them with our lot of effort. With a lot of effort. Now let's discuss literary devices. Okay, here the poem is not at all the rhyme schemes, so it is called free verse. Okay, now let us discuss enjambment. You may find out in one sentence continues into two or more lines, or in a simpleton manner, having no punctuations, having it one or two sentences. Not a simple jab of knife will do it. You see, in the middle there are no punctuations. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth. Here also. Okay. The most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. So, when you do not find out no punctuations in one or two lines, it's called enjambment. Now let's discuss metaphor. Metaphor is indirect comparison. It is implied simile. It comes without like or as. Example is leprous hide. The uneven color of the surface of the trunk of a tree is compared to the skin of a person suffering from leprosy. So it's completely metaphor. One more metaphor let us discuss. Bleeding bark. Here, bleeding bark, the sap comes out of tree where it is cut is compared to the bleeding from the wound of a human being. Next, we'll discuss alliteration. A repetition of a consonant sound in two or more closely placed words. Suppose example bleeding bark. Here she is starting initial letter B and bleeding of B, bleedings B and bark B. They are repeated. White and white W. Here W sound is produced. Now let's discuss repetition. Repetition is a word or sentence is repeated to lay emphasis on it. So here you can see pulled out is repeated twice or thrice. Thank you all for watching for this.